Hi, Jen.
Hi.
What a great idea meeting out at Freedom Rock in Big Lake. This is such a cool place to visit.
Yeah, I come here. When I'm praying about our men and women over fighting right now, and I've been thinking I've been a soldier, I've been a wife,
A soldier's wife.
a soldier's wife. I've been a mom while my husband was deployed, and a friend. I've been over here when you feel like you're helpless and you can't do anything, and I think about all the roles that I've played, that we've played, that America's played in all of these wars, and I want to do something.
I know it feels like we should give back to all those people that are really being brave and honorable, and we want to honor them. And did you know? I mean, you know, because we do this a lot, but did you know anything about VA financing? That's a little bit of something as real estate agents, outside of volunteering and all the other amazing things that we can do to help. And we do a lot of VA financing.
And I think that people understand that there's VA loans, but I think we should talk about what having a real estate agent understanding what a VA loan process is and what it is to help represent vets buying homes. What does that mean?
Yeah, and what does the process look like?
Yeah.
In Minnesota especially. I think we should have a podcast about it.
Yeah, you may not be a vet, but you probably know somebody, so this could be some great information to get out there.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a podcast. Let's chat.
Let's chat.
Welcome back to Let's Chat with Jen and Angie. I'm Angie.
And I'm Jen.
And together we are Heart and Home Legacy Group with Edina Realty. And today we're excited to talk about a topic that has a special place in our heart, and that is VA loans and VA financing.
Yes, one of my favorite. VA loans are one of the best benefits available to those who have served. Yet there's still so much confusion around them here in Minnesota.
Yeah, so let's break it down a little bit. Okay. What is a VA loan? Let's start simple. VA loan is a mortgage backed by the United States Department of Veteran Affairs. It's designed to help eligible veterans, active duty service members, reservists, guard members, and certain surviving spouses to get into a home.
So when we say backed, it means that the VA guarantees a portion of the loan. So it reduces the lender's risk. That guarantee is why the VA loan is often a huge advantage.
Why VA loans are amazing. The list of the big perks is 1, no down payment is required in most cases.
0 down, no private mortgage insurance, so no PMI.
Which impacts your mortgage payment every month. Competitive interest rates. Your VA interest rates are very competitive to all the rest of them out there.
And more flexible credit guidelines. And honestly, it's one of the most powerful loan products out there.
Yeah, and people still say, so what's the catch?
There isn't one, but there are requirements and there are steps, and that's kind of where Angie and I come in.
Yeah, so who is eligible? Eligibility includes veterans, active duty military, National Guard reserve members, and some surviving spouses.
The key document that you're going to need is a certificate of eligibility, which what in military terms is your CO.
Good news though, don't stress about that because your lender usually will pull that up for you electronically.
Let's walk through the home buying process using a VA loan. Many of you already know, but Jesse and I were military. My husband retired Air Force, so we moved many times, and the majority of those times we have used the VA loan. Every time the VA loan has been a smooth process. What wasn't smooth is having a lender or having an agent who didn't understand the program.
For that particular state you were transitioning
For that particular state, because every state is different. So finding the right agent and finding the right lender is key to having a smooth process.
And while we're on that topic really quick, we have clients that are transitioning from one state to another state, and they have reached out to us, and Jen has actually found them an agent in that state to help them with their buying process that understands the VA process. So if you are worried, if you are listening to this and you are wondering,
how do I PCS? I don't know anybody. We're relocating. We are separating from the military, or we're PCSing from Utah to Florida. We can help you find real estate agents that understand the VA process or even understand the military lingo. You betcha.
All right, so the VA loan process in Minnesota, we are going to go with step 1, and that is to get pre-approved. This is always step 1. It's most important to meet with your VA-approved lender to determine your budget, to determine your monthly payment comfort. So we're looking at houses that are going to be comfortable for you and your credit and income review.
Yes, pre-approval is critical in the Minnesota market. Sellers take your offer much more seriously. The other thing is when you are doing a VA loan, you have the LES statement. Your LES statement, as all of us are aware, has a whole bunch of numbers, a whole bunch of abbreviations on there. And there's a lot of lingo on there for underwriting. So the sooner you can get with your lender, the sooner you can get with your real estate agent. If you're 6 months out, if you're a year out, contact your agent, contact that lender, and just start the process so that everything can be that smooth transition.
Let's go with step 2 is house hunting. Start that house hunt. It's so fun. But remember that VA loans do have specific property conditions here in Minnesota that are required.
The homes must be safe, they must be structurally sound, and they need to be move-in ready.
And that means things like no peeling paint, no broken windows, no major safety issues that may need repairing.
One of the things for my buyers, when we're walking through the homes, when we're looking for homes, and I will talk through that with you, is if we see something that might be caught on the appraisal, that might be cut out for a VA appraisal, so that Angie can put that on the purchase agreement.
Step 3, make an offer.
VA buyers can compete just like anyone else.
Yes, and a myth buster moment.
VA loans are not, I repeat, not weak offers.
In fact, VA buyers are one of the strongest. Because why? Because they are backed by the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs.
Absolutely.
Step 4, VA appraisal. This is where VA loans differ a little bit.
The appraisal checks the market value, but it also checks the property's conditions.
And both valuation and safety review. Those are important.
So once the appraisal and the underwritings are cleared,
you head to closing and you sign those papers and get your keys.
Yep. And now you get to celebrate being a homeowner, just like anybody else.
That's right. Minnesota-specific consideration. Let's talk about some local factors.
So property taxes. Minnesota property taxes can vary widely by county. VA buyers should budget accordingly.
Another one would be winter inspections. Snow can hide different issues, so having a good inspector or inspection is essential.
And well and septic rules. Common in rural Minnesota, VA guidelines may require additional testing.
And an example of that would be for well tests. VA will require more sediment testing when the seller's doing their water test. So let's talk about some common VA loan myths. True or false? You can only use your VA financing once.
False. Benefits can be reused.
Number 2, it takes forever to close.
False. Timelines are similar to a conventional loan.
All right, sellers hate VA loans.
False. Only if you get an agent who doesn't understand them and doesn't explain it well.
Yes, and Jen and I, even when we're meeting with our sellers, we go over all of the different, this is what you need to do if you want VA financing. VA financing is a great option for our buyers, and as a seller, it's a great option for the seller too, because it's a solidly backed loan. Let's talk about some advice for our VA buyers.
Okay.
Work with a VA experienced lender. This is really important because they need to understand when underwriting comes with things that aren't specific for Minnesota, it doesn't cause any waves in the process.
Yeah.
So,
and also use an agent who understands the VA guidelines. Super important.
And don't assume that you need perfect credit because they have different credit guidelines and things with VA.
And ask questions. Lots of them. Don't be afraid. There's no stupid question.
No, ask away.
And most importantly,
use the benefit that you earned. We want you to utilize that benefit. You earned it. Utilize it.
And if you're a veteran or service member thinking about buying in Minnesota, we'd absolutely love to help you.
Yes, reach out, send us your questions, and share this episode with someone who has served. Thanks so much for joining us today. And as always,
stay grounded,
stay grateful, and keep building that legacy. Bye.